Her lips turn red as she applies lipstick. Her calm demeanor a contrast of the discomfort one feels moments after smashing a toe into a corner of furniture. She's gotten used to pain, more concerned with how she looks. Putting on the red dress for the first time in a long time, she felt sexy. Red has always been her color. The cold stare looking back at her in the mirror is haunting. Overwhelmed by thoughts of what they'd done, she slips the cold object into her small handbag and meets the outdoors. The dark draws one in. The night and its luring charm. It whispers enchanting secrets, causing one to lean into it. The fear it inspires excites the heart. Perhaps she has become one with it. It's a short walk to the bus in contrast to the numerous thoughts entangled in her brain. Walking into the bus and taking a seat, her thoughts continue to ponder. Straying away from what is of more immediate concern, she begins to think of her younger sister. How selfish of you to have not called her in so long, her inner voice starts poking. How could you? The thought immediately interrupted by a leaning whisper closely behind her ear, special night? A soft, warm yet bold and commanding voice asks. Pleasantly taken aback, hi, sort of, she responds sounding a bit unsure. My bad, he says, pardon my manners, they tend to betray me at times. I was a well-mannered child, not so much the adult. She says in an ironic tone, that's quite strange, wonder how that works. Do you grow backwards? Manners do withered with every blade of maturing hair that falls off the scalp of an aging man, doesn't it? Precisely so. Well, how mature? She replies in sarcasm manner. Talking to you reminds me of myself when I was young, although we are quite different. When you were a little girl, you probably fiddled with dolls, tiny pots and horrible makeup. Me, in case the next meal ran past, I'd fiddle with hard rocks and dry sticks. Perhaps you ask yourself, what does that have to do with manners? Well, one's truly mannered when they choose to be. Particularly when life gives them all reason not to. Yet most live their entire life well-mannered as an excuse. They are afraid to be their true self, so they hide. I can't help wonder which one you are, in the situation you in. Vague thoughts begin to bubble her mind. Her face squints, perhaps hinting some amusement. The confusion is definite. A flash of her traumatic past sparks a sense of disgust. Who the hell does this guy think he is? Who is this? Her anger is immediately confronted by a deep fear. Am I talking to one of his spies? She wonders. What if he knows? What did you mean, special night? What situation is that? Him not answering immediately creates an awkward anticipation of the highest intensity. He finally relieves her of the awkward burden. Not even sure if special is the right word, more like significant. You dressed to kill. Yet your shoulders are tight, and you're walking stiff. Is a small-time girl not used to the big occasions? Dressed to kill? More like dressed to please, although looks can be deceiving. I too can speak in riddles, and voice is sweet, but my words poke like sticks. We do have sticks in common after all. She says, feeling challenged by him. Although he has left a bitter taste in her mouth, she wants more. To please who, you or another? Myself, but enough, he deserves it. She laughs, still quite nervous. Does he know? She begins to wonder. She seems to find cynical comfort in that possibility. She is scared, but she's grown to love fear. Have I said too much? She questions herself. Indeed, the heart is deceiving. Sometimes its desires are twisted and dark. Careful, sweetheart. Life at times puts one in sticky situations, huh? He responds, emphasizing the word sticky, to continue their Styx riddle, as he chuckles. She hesitates to say another word, fearing she may have said too much. Now curiously imagining what he looks like, but not quite brave enough to turn all the way round, she looks towards the window to see his reflection limited to just a suit and shades. Ooh! Loud screams from all direction, panic at sight, her heart begins to race. The sensation of danger, intense, uneasy, burning her chest as she tries best to read the situation. Emerging a torturing sound instantly disorientates her, and she finds herself amidst the chaos as the bus comes to an immediate halt. Passengers scattered in different postures and varying expression imitate a picture of art. Then it went completely quiet. Standing awkwardly, her eyes land on the sight of a father cuddling over his daughter like a female chicken protecting its last egg. Soon after regaining herself, the thought of the man in a suit circles back to the brain. Widened, her curious eyes in search of him are overridden by her next thought. The bag. More panicked than before, she begins to look hysterically. Where is it? Is it stolen? Oh no, what do I do now? She spins around before she realizes it must be on the floor. She reaches for it and carefully looks into the bag in secret. Her worst fear realized. It's not in the bag. Her heart shrinks. Falling to her knees, she notices the light from the outside reflect against an object within the bus. She follows the light, and there it was, laying against the leg of the seat. With precise effect, she slips it back into her handbag. Going out? Yeah, take the night off, I eat out tonight. Your food has been crap lately. It's kept a man bedridden, he chuckles. Stupid, you love my food, she strikes back, with a sense of joy watching him smile as he walks past. It had become a rare sight lately. Amused and perhaps relieved by his improved demeanor. She's seen him in pain before, but this time it didn't just cripple him, he was almost suffocating. Surprised by his rejuvenation in recent months, 3 months before he lay paralyzed in deep depression. He seems to express a pinch of emotion every now and then, like he just had. In fact, today, even he can't hide his excitement. She's noticed. Expression dull as a young boy, it got worse, more so since the incident. No one saw him, but he was there on the day. Witnessing life escape their frames, he too died. Which one? Pointing at 2 bow ties, red and blue. Bow ties are a thing for him. He doesn't like normal ties. Amongst many things his dad bothered not to teach him is how to actually tie one. I love the red one. Were you going dressed so fine? He says nothing, but she manages to catch the subtle smirk on his face before he can distance himself. It's the girl, isn't it? It's been more than a year now. You're in love, just admit it. Stretching her voice in reach of his distant frame, he pinches the remote, the garage doors open. He pinches the remote once more, and this time the car door slides open. The thought of her comes and goes. Sometimes as a strong wave and sometimes as a gentle flooding at the edge of a beach where he pictures himself with her. It's a beautiful night, the moon is out, it's quiet, and that excites him. The wind is blowing ever so lightly, giving his skin a polite brush as it whispers past his ear in the comfort of his Ferrari. The traffic light matching the color of the car brings him to stop. He reaches for an object, and stares at it. Envisaging a happy ending, he seldom fails to solve a puzzle. This time he can see the desired end but can't find the path to it. He closes the object, placing it on the passenger's seat. It's not too late, is it? The thought troubles his heart. The pain forcing him to swallow, the idea that it probably is. She's been a glimmer of hope for him. A heavy sense of guilt burdens him.